Hi everyone, I'm Stevie J, the non-gambling golfer, back with another video, sitting some balls, having some practice. Why do I call myself a non-gambling golfer? It's very simple, I don't gamble. I seem to be going through spells at the moment of good golf, bad golf. So I have some really great rounds and then all of a sudden my game falls apart a little bit, and that's how I feel at the moment, if I'm perfectly honest. So let's see if we can get a drive right. Well, that is a cracking drive. That's A1. Look at that strike. Just there. Whoa, that's beautiful. Folks, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit subscribe if you're enjoying what you're watching, because it helps me to build the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, so you might as well just hit subscribe and see the videos that I produce for you. The rooms, they help you a lot, but you have to want it yourself. That's critical. When I went in at 35 years old, I just didn't want to gamble ever again. But every morning I woke up and I just couldn't stop myself. And eventually I found somewhere, I saw these people get up in the chair and talk about their lives and how well they're doing and how bad they were. And I thought, well, that's me. I wish I could do that. I remember seeing a guy that was 2 years off a bet. And thinking, oh my God, if only. And there was a guy in there that was over 40 years off since his last bet. And I thought, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want that life that he's got, that he's talking about. And because I'd held my hands up and said, I just don't want to do it anymore, I can't win, that made it a lot easier. But there's a lot of people I've seen in the rooms who haven't held their hands up yet and still go back to it from time to time. And when they come back to the rooms, they're a mess. They're even worse than they were the last time. If you want to stop gambling and you're serious about it, then you need to find yourself some people, like-minded people, who know what you've been through, who've been there, who've done that, and know how to get out of it. It's as simple as that. There's information in my description about some of the places you can go to, online or in person. Oh, it's got to go. Pushed it right. It's just on that soft patch of the bunkers. So real talk, it's not easy. I still remember those first few weeks of being gamble free, bet free. Every single day I woke up thinking about gambling. Every single day when I heard an advert on the radio or the TV talking bets and odds, my mind would wander and start thinking about how much would that turn into if I did this, did that. But the thing was, I actually realised I didn't want to do it anymore and that there was no point. Like I said, the critical thing is just to acknowledge you can't win. Because even if you do win, you don't, because you just throw it back at it, at another bet, and lose more chasing what you've just lost or won and lost. It's just, honestly, it's a never-ending circle. You can't, just can't win. Simple as that. So once you've acknowledged that, it makes it a lot easier to get through the day. But I think the help of other people and realising that other people out there are in the same position as you, you're not alone, because that's what it felt like. It felt like no one understood. No one could possibly know what I'm doing and how hard it is to hide it. The stress that was going through your mind, constantly thinking about money, constantly worrying how to pay the bills, constantly worrying about food on the dinner table. I mean, the amount of times we bought pasta and rice, or I bought pasta and rice, big bags, because I said to my wife, I just fancied chicken and rice, it was cheap, and I fancied it. And that was rubbish, it was because it's the only thing I could afford to buy. Sometimes just pasta and sauce, that's it, because I love my pasta and sauce, but because it's cheap. It is easy as well, which is always a benefit. But just to let you know, these bunkers, there's areas all around that have been dug out. They're new bunkers that were fitted, but they've been letting them, I don't know, settle? Get sort of built up a little bit, but they haven't put any sand in yet. We're not allowed in these areas. So there's my ball. It's so soft as well, so it literally just stops. I mean, I feel that I might have kicked over the mound, but it's there. I've got to drop it nearest point of relief, no nearer the hole, but I'm just going to drop it back in. Got a little 58. It's a very bare lie, so I'm going to try and play a more straighter blade on it and just pop it up and run it in. Oh, it just died on me a little bit. That wasn't bad. Didn't take into account of the fact the green slopes right to left. That was silly, wasn't it? Up the hill, right to left. Come on, for par. Just slot it in. Oh, Stevie. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I guess I'd love to tell some of you guys some of the stories of what I've done over the years, but some of them I just can't put out on YouTube. But rest assured, if you're worried and think that nobody has done what you've done to get money to gamble with, believe me, there's millions of us out there that have done that and worse. Wind left to right. Oh, it's a big heely cut and the wind's just pushed it well over to the right side. Still in the fairway. It's a bad shot. Wow, that's right out the hill. So a little story. Yeah, back in the day, this is what, 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I was supposed to get married, all fell through. In less than a week before the wedding, I fell apart. And when I fell apart, I went big on everything. I'd had some money stolen off me from the ex, and I had more money in my account, and in my head I said, she's not having any of it. Well, it wasn't in her account, it was in my account, stupid. But I decided, I was a big casino goer. I went down to the casinos down in Portsmouth. Gunwharf Quays Casino. And I went and I played a maximum bet, middle dozen, maximum bet, third dozen, and bet all around the numbers 17 and 20. Heavy bets in there, some maximum bets in there as well. So you can imagine that was a lot of money per spin. And my thought was, I've got enough here for 5 spins. I've just got to hit one number in the middle dozen, or I still, in 5 spins, whatever I win, I walk away. That was my thing. 5 spins at that max bet, and I did this for 3 days in a row. 5 spins each night. It was a fortune, really. I didn't hit one number. Not only that, I didn't hit a middle dozen. I didn't hit a third dozen. They were all first dozen numbers, 15 numbers over 3 days, all first dozen. I lost everything. I was like in shock. I lost a lot of money. That's a lot of money. More than I could afford to lose, obviously, but that was mortgage, that was cars. I had 3 of them at the time. I was doing well for myself, but I just wasted everything. But it didn't stop me. I found money and I kept coming back. You know it's windy, it's winter rules. Bit clean in place, because that's got a big lump of mud on it. Yeah, it's still got mud on it, but... So we got a long old way in, so we're going to just fizz a 4-iron down there, lots of wind. Try and keep this a little bit lower if I can, a little bit further back in the stance. And we're just going to do a nice little shot. Oh, that's terrible. What's happened to your game, Steve? Right. I'm at the lowest handicap I've ever been at, and I'm playing some of the worst golf today I've ever played. Right. I just realised my battery's running out, so let's just tell you this other little story. I lost all that money. I went to the pub, I drank my sorrows away. On the way back, I had 20 quid left. I'd lost about another 100 quid in the fruit machine. I literally had 20 quid left, a mortgage to pay, and insurance to pay on my car. And I walked past the bookies. I had 20 quid left. I didn't even have any food in. That was my food. And then I had to work out how to get the money for everything else. But yeah, I stuck that 20 quid in fixed odds betting terminal, FOBT, and I have memories of about 4 big wins from little bets, but I don't remember all the losses, and there was thousands of them. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. Please, if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe button, because it really helps me to build the channel. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Got a great video coming up about removing grips, so keep your eyes open for that one. Oh, hit subscribe, then you know when it comes out.